Today we're talking about money again because we love talking about money on this channel. It's just so much fun. First topic on hand is the like and subscribe button. I'm kidding. Obviously, do whatever you want with that. First thing we're talking about is stupid things kids spend money on. Now, we're talking about specifically kids or early 20s. If you're in high school or early 20s or college, I'm calling you a kid. I'm a kid. Okay, I'm not in college. But the point is, what are these things that they spend their money on that they really should not be spending their money on? I've seen this. I've seen this with my own two eyes. These kids, they get their first job. It's a part-time job. They get some money, but they don't have any bills. So they're still living with their parents, and the pressures of having to spend money may or may not have been put on them. So they think, hey, I got this money. Let's buy some cool stuff. And obviously, we know the issue here is you're not saving money. You won't have any. But let's start on the list. Let's start with the biggest one, cars. I have seen so many kids scrape together like a couple $1,000, which isn't that hard to do, especially if you're living at home with your parents. And they'll go to Kijiji and buy like a 2004 Infinity for like $2,000, and then slap $3,000 rims on the thing and black out the lights and maybe spray paint it a little bit. And it's like, hey, I got a cool car. It's like, nah, bro, it's a piece of garbage that you put too much money in. I'm not trying to be mean, but it just boggles my mind sometimes. It's like, bro, this car is not going to make you any money. It's just a status symbol, a not very good status symbol at that. Let me just be honest with you. You're a kid, and if I see you rolling up in one of those early 2000s wide body two-door sports cars with a fin on the back and some shiny rims, first thing that goes through my mind is you're broke because you spent all your money on that thing. And hey, not trying to knock people's passions. If your passion is cars, that's fantastic. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. If it's your absolute passion, then sure, I get it. If you want to be a mechanic or a car modifier, well then get that car and practice and practice and practice so that you become the best and make a lot of money doing it. That's ultimately the goal, right? We're not trying to like not have nice things in life. We're trying to prioritize them so that, we get our ducks in a row and we can live fulfilling, thriving lives. That's what this channel is about, thriving in a chaotic world. You got to take certain steps first. Definitely build up a savings account so that you can either pay for tuition, go travel, get a special education or high income skill, something of that nature. Next thing is shoes. Like, boy, it's just stuff on your feet. Unless you're like super into, I want to be careful. I don't want to knock the culture. There's a lot of really wonderful things to be had in the culture around these things, and so I'm not against the culture at all. I'm simply cautioning young people who just spend their entire savings on items that are mainly status symbols. And I understand there's a culture around it. I get it. You want to be a part of the culture. That's cool. I want to start flipping shoes at some point. Like, it seems really, really cool. But again, it's priorities. You want to have some things set up so that you don't want to sabotage yourself. Like, money is a tool, and it can get you a lot of places. It can get you into university. It can get you to a new town where you can move out of your hometown and you can go somewhere else, get a new job. It can help you travel. It can pay your expenses. It can pay off your debt. Like, money is a tool, and if you just throw it away if you primarily spend it on items that don't make you more money or don't educate you, you're kind of selling yourself short, especially when you're a kid. Yeah, man, shoes, they're on your feet. Now, I understand if you're an athlete, then by all means spend extra money to get high quality shoes that will protect you. But like sneakers, like I don't I don't get it, bro. And again, unless you're flipping them and like trying to make a profit, sure. But I feel like it's this culture of status symbol. It's like, yo, I want to wear this brand so people will think this about me. Like, don't do that. That's just being insecure and looking for affirmation in other people's opinions of you. You don't want to live your life caring about other people's opinions of you. That's a very disempowering way to go through life. So I would encourage you to not do that. Buy cheap, simple clothes that get the job done, and then work really, really, really hard on your passion so you can make a lot of money, and then later on you can have all the nice things without having to worry about it. You can have nice things and a fat bank account, but you have to make some sacrifices to get there. And that just moves right into designer brands. It's like, bro, a $20 hoodie versus a $200 hoodie. Or like, as far as I can tell, they're the same thing. One has a logo on it, and it's maybe a bit softer. It's like, bro, like, do you not want to move out? Do you not want to live your own life? Like, you need money for all of these things: rent, car insurance, tuition, paying off your credit card debt. You know, like, again, it's priorities, right? If you're in a place where you can just throw money away, then fine, throw it away. I don't care. It's none of my business. The point is that I want to encourage you guys, save money and buy assets that will make you more money so that you can then buy the luxuries and not have an empty bank account. And you got to sacrifice to get there. Like, I'm still sacrificing today to get there. I could go on Amazon right now and buy a pair of $500 sneakers, like Jordan Airs or Air Force Ones, like that. I could do it if I wanted to. It's like, it's not a problem. I could do that, but why would I? You know, I have goals, I have ambitions. I got to move out of this place. You know, I gotta build a business. I got to build this brand. I got to build the YouTube channel. I got to get more equipment so I can make better live streams. Like, I have all of these other things that I'm sacrificing for so I could build a better future. And then in the future, when I'm making loads of money because I sacrifice now, I'll be able to buy the sneakers no problem. Just like, hey, I want it, it's mine. But that only comes from sacrifice. Very rarely do you just pop out of high school and just have the ability to get whatever you want. And so being very, very intentional about what you buy, budgeting, and what you spend can help you build a better future where you don't have to struggle. And so that is my hope for you guys. If you got value out of that, please like and subscribe.